Hi, my name is Schyler Church. I am a California real estate broker as well as a member of our education department here at Accredited Real Estate Schools. We got an email from the Department of Real Estate about some changes to actually taking the salesperson or broker's state exam, but also their Sacramento location is moving. So I wanted to go through these changes with you. So the first email that we got from the department saying, "Dear course provider, as a valued provider of a DRE approved pre-licensed statutory course, you prepare students for the California real estate exam, which among other things may include assisting students with questions about the exam process and what to expect when taking the exam. The purpose of this notification is to let you know DRE recently made changes to the materials provided during the exam. More specifically, after an assessment, it was determined DRE will no longer provide calculators or whiteboards to examinees taking the exam. This information has been updated on the DRE website and is reflected in all messaging to examinees. Please feel free to share this information with students when discussing the exam process." And thank you, Exam Administration and Development Unit of the Licensing Division, California Department of Real Estate. So the big change here is there will not be a calculator or whiteboard provided to examinees when taking the exam. It used to be when the students would take the exam, they would be provided a calculator and a whiteboard. Well, now that is not a thing anymore. So when you take that California real estate salesperson or broker's exam, you will not be provided anything besides your computer mouse. So that means so again, for the state test, I've used to say, when they give you the whiteboard, if there's things you can't remember, write them down right away. And also when you flag questions, are you flagging it because you're 50-50 or because you really did not know or just make an educated guess on it? Well, at this point now you can't write those notes and use that as scratch paper. Whether this changes for the better or not, I am not the one to state that, to make a comment on it. I do think this might make it a little bit harder for certain licensees, but what this could mean is because there were math questions still in circulation on the state test, the odds of getting a math question was low. But if you were to get it, you might get 1-2 math questions. And so whether those are still in circulation or not, we don't know. But what this could mean is, because technically the math questions that have been provided are supposed to be easier questions that you can do in your head. So math questions that would be simple, like for instance, when they would ask about a discount point, which is 1% of the loan amount. If they said the loan amount is $250,000, well then one discount point would be 1% of that, $2,500. So they might be talking about like that easy math, like those types of easy math questions. And also just conceptually, qualitatively about the questions versus actually having to calculate it. You might just have to figure out how you would have calculated it versus actually doing the calculation. So what this change means, not 100% sure on, but we will see as time goes on. The other thing about this is the Sacramento location, which is the headquarters of the Department of Real Estate and also where they administer exams. They are moving as of July 8th. As of July 8th, they will not be on Exposition Boulevard. They're going to be on 651 Bannon Street, Suite 500 in Sacramento. That will be their headquarters. So the big thing though is their exam center that is closing June 24th and tentatively will reopen 1 month later. We cannot guarantee that will be open a month later, but that is where they're saying about in the same complex. We don't know which suite or where it's located in that same complex. On July 22nd, they will reopen for students to take state exams in Sacramento. But in this month transition period, all 4 other locations of Oakland, Fresno, Orange County, and San Diego, they are open. So this is going to be a little bit of an inconvenience, but I wanted to let you know so you are aware of these big changes the Department of Real Estate is making. Also, we have tentatively been hearing from students off and on over the last year when they do take the state exam, sometimes their results are not provided to them immediately upon completion. Usually when they hit submit, they are given a piece of paper saying did they pass, or if they did not pass, their breakdown. Well, they've now been saying, the Department of Real Estate, that it might be posted in the evening or by the next morning, all online on the e-licensing account. I have been hearing this off and on where they sometimes do this and then they don't. And then they sometimes do, they sometimes don't. So whether this is going to be also something that you might see, just as a heads up, you may not get that piece of paper saying if you passed or not right when you submit it, but you will get it within 24 hours of taking the state exam online. Now, this hasn't been a full transition to that type of process, but we've been hearing that off and on. So I wanted to let you know about these changes. And again, if you have questions, always contact the Department of Real Estate directly, as they're the ones that will speak on this more accurately. But this was the information provided to me from them, and they said to share it with you. So again, if you have questions, though, contact the department. But if it's general questions, we usually can help you. I am Schyler with Accredited Real Estate Schools. And again, we offer those course requirements to be eligible to take that state exam and also prepare for it. Thanks for watching.